Dennis Gaines.
Yes.
A man with an audio name at an audio show. What are the chances?
Yeah.
So what brings you to an audio show like this? Who are you representing at a show like this?
I work for Sennheiser. I'm a business development manager for the Northeast of the United States and the Mid-Atlantic states.
Okay.
My main job is to go out and find project business.
Okay.
And work those projects from the beginning, before they break ground, before everything, all the way to commissioning.
Okay, so Portland, not the West Coast? But...
Portland, Maine,
okay,
yes.
Okay. All right, very good, very good. So neumann recently bought Merging?
Yes, Merging Technologies.
Or Sennheiser. Like, what does the pyramid look like for Neumann and Sennheiser?
Yeah, so Neumann bought Merging Technologies. It's a Swiss company that mainly makes software, DAW, called Pyramix, and a bunch of interfaces. One's named the Happy Mark III,
Yep.
the Anubis.
Yep.
Neumann now has the MT48, which is kind of a derivative of the Anubis.
Okay.
So Neumann owns Merging Technologies,
Okay.
and Sennheiser owns Neumann.
Okay, I got
They're
you.
all under the same umbrella.
You got to settle the debate for me. Okay, so is it Anubises, Anubi, Anabises?
So I think I have an answer for this.
Go.
So it's a god, it's an
Okay.
Egyptian god,
All right.
and there's only supposed to be one.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's Anubis or many Anubis.
Many Anubis. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was like, I call that something different at every meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Many Anubis. That's
Several Anubis.
Several Anubis. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so okay, that's settled. I think that's actually that's the best linguistic answer I've ever heard for that. So with merging, you said you're looking for project business, and you're in charge of project business. Like, what kind of projects does Merging Technology get into? And now that it's with the Neumann umbrella of things, like how can it grow, and what's the future for that?
Yeah, I mean the best part about Neumann being purchased, Merging Technologies being purchased by Neumann, is now they can fill the whole circle.
Yeah.
From microphone all the way to the actual monitors.
That's right, that's right.
So with Neumann microphones going into merging hardware, into merging software, outputting back to merging hardware, and going to Neumann
Gotcha.
monitors, you kind of have the full circle of very high-end,
Yes.
very, very good sounding equipment at not a super premium price.
I get you. So it's a one-stop shop almost.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
So Merging has been very deep into 2110 and networking and early adopters of that type of technology. Has that shifted now that Neumann's under the umbrella? Like, what kind of things is Neumann doing to really jump into that whole hog with the IP side of things?
Sure, yeah. So there's a version of the 𝐄𝐗120s monitors and the 𝐄𝐗150 monitors.
That's right.
That are Ravenna AES 67 compliant.
Okay.
So that you can place those directly into an ST2110 environment. Also, really the best part, or kind of the bigger parts of merging now being owned by Neumann, is that there's a kind of a bigger umbrella for marketing, using the name Neumann to
That's
get
right.
into the building. So that's been kind of quite helpful when trying to sell Merging. Merging was not a big Swiss company, but pretty well known in at least certain. In mastering, they're quite known, and symphonic recording, but
absolutely.
Film post, nobody knows who they were, and stuff like that. So Neumann kind of opens doors a lot to be able to get the merging stuff in.
So Pyramix. Pyramix is a beautiful platform. Some people, they say, I'm a Pro Tools editor. Or are you an audio editor, or are you a Pro Tools editor? Are you an audio mixer, or are you a Pro Tools mixer? Why is Pyramix, so small or unknown? Like, what is it about Pyramix that really sets it apart from some of the other DAWs and workstations that people use?
Sure, there's a couple pieces to it. I think the reason why, or a big reason why, Pro Tools is so used so much, is that everybody uses Pro Tools because everybody uses Pro Tools. A lot of people like it. I've never heard anybody say it's the greatest thing ever in the whole world. It's just they use it and they can push projects around, and it becomes kind of ubiquitous in certain aspect of the audio industry. But it doesn't do everything that every engineer might need.
Okay.
So say in a mastering studio, you can do all of the work and all of your plugins, sequencing and all that, but you can't create a Red Book master directly from Pro Tools. You'd have to go to another platform. You'd have to export your files and go to another platform. In Pyramix, you can do it from the beginning all the way to the end.
I gotcha.
Make several revisions, have several different discs in one single project.
Gotcha.
So that's why Pyramix has done really well in the mastering world. Also in symphonic recording, orchestra recording.
You're authoring right from the timeline.
You're authoring right from the timeline. There's also 3 and 4 point editing, something that I listened to classical music, but I didn't really know a lot about how classical editors work. I was the merging product specialist in the United States for 18 years. So when I started 18, now it's 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
The classical people is all about, has to be pure and the best.
Yeah.
But you have a 50-minute movement with 3,000 edits in it.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that there was that edited, and with the 3 and 4 point editing that Pyramix has, allows them to work exceptionally fast when they're editing just single notes sometimes,
right?
For multiple different performances.
Interesting.
So that's one of the big reasons why it caught on in those different parts of the audio industry, is because Pro Tools didn't do those parts that well.
Very cool. And that's end to end too, right?
Yes.
You're authoring. So what about immersive content? Every immersive Dolby Atmos, if you will, and you've got all this stuff like Pyramix. Is it natively, is that part of Pyramix?
Yeah. So you have all of your speaker sets, both your channel sets and also your monitor outputs and your buses can be anywhere from mono up to really 256 channels wide.
Cool.
But we have Atmos buses with object buses built directly inside of Pyramix. And on top of that, there's a direct IP connection to Dolby Atmos renderer.
Okay.
So all the metadata and everything is passed over that link, and it's just a kind of a one-button push to connect.
Amazing, sweet. And I hope it really gets that Neumann shine to it and gets that a little bit more. So other than that, I was by your table, and you've got Spectera. So this is a new revolutionary thing that I think broadcasters and certain performers have been asking for. Like, what is special about Spectera compared to other wireless stuff?
Spectera is the world's first WMAS wireless system.
Okay.
So instead of being a narrowband where you use a 700 kilohertz miniature block to put either your stereo IEM or your microphone, we take a full television station here in Canada and in the United States that's 6 megahertz wide.
Okay.
And we can put up to 32 microphones and 32 mono IFBs or 16 stereo IEMs inside of that 6 megahertz block.
So it's very spectral, like the air is a public space, so we have to share it. Being this new WMAS technology, is it about spectrum efficiency? Is it about having transmit receive frequencies that are dynamically managed? Like, it seems like a lot to manage. Like, what's the magic secret sauce behind WMAS?
Well, the magic secret sauce are the designers in Germany.
Okay.
They started, I think, about 14 years ago. They had this idea and started working on it.
Okay.
Of course, way before the FCC or any of the governing bodies could say we could actually do this.
Okay.
So there was a bit of back and forth, and it was last year's middle beginning of 2024.
Okay.
To the middle, it was finally approved by the FCC, and we released Spectera, or at least announced Spectera last fall. Started shipping in April of this year. What it allows us to do is have ultra high quality, ultra low latency, a very spectral dense channel count.
Right.
But it also allows you to set, per what we call link modes, the quality, latency, and range of the in-ears and the microphones. Currently we have a transceiver pack that has been released. That transceiver pack is both microphone and in-ears.
Two in one.
Two in one, both directions,
Yeah.
in the same pack. In 2026, hopefully early, we'll have a handheld unit. Also, that will also just be just a microphone.
Just
'cause
transmitter,
it's not
yeah.
a way to
Your headphones coming out of your
yeah,
microphone.
yeah, exactly. You can't do Bluetooth because the latency
Latency.
gets way too low and way too high. So in that, when we have that out, we'll have a full complement of packs and handhelds.
Very cool. The Spectera stuff, like you say, it's a transceiver, so the receiver and transmitter in one block. What about the antennas? Like, is it the same kind of thing there?
So the antennas are category cable connected.
Okay.
You have 4 antennas per base unit.
Okay.
That 32 by 32 base unit is 1U.
Okay.
So it's not 64U
Yeah.
tall
Yeah.
and have one channel, or 2 channels per rack unit. You can do 32 microphones and 32 mono IFBs or 16 stereo in 1U. And in that 1U, you have 4 antenna connections, and those antenna connections are category cable.
Okay.
Cat 5e, Cat 6, Cat 7,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. So your no more combiners, no more splitters.
That's right.
You can run up to about 300 feet on a single category cable, and then we have media converters to go to fiber.
Okay.
And that's right around 4K if you need to go that far.
The media converters, like, do they provide PoE to the antenna? Like, I imagine this is active.
Yeah, so there's only it's actually digital signal directly to the antenna, and the RF is created on the antenna.
Okay.
So you have to inject PoE if you've gone to fiber, but out of the base unit, if you're just doing copper, the PoE is automatically injected.
I gotcha. On the back of the unit, I noticed that, like, you've got a couple expansion slots, and you've got a cascade. That's the French word.
The French word, yeah.
Yeah. What are the expansion plans for this? I know this is a new product, a new release. Like,
Sure.
Hypothetically, like, what's on the horizon for something like this?
So if you're looking at the back, there's dual power supplies. The 4 antenna connections, they're Ethercon connections.
Okay.
Word clock in and out. Dante primary and secondary.
Right.
Cascade ports, which are SFPs, which in the future will be implemented. They're not implemented at the moment, but those will be allow you to cascade multiple base units together, to have extended antenna counts, more channels.
Right.
But that's to come in the future. And then 2 expansion ports right now. You can put MADI cards in them. We have a MADI optical and a MADI coax that you can go inside of that.
So, and then I have to ask the pyramid question, like, will there be a 2110 version of this, or will the Dante core be configurable to a 2110?
We're hoping, once again, something that's not been developed or released yet, but we're hoping that a 2110 option will be available. Not sure exactly what that looks like yet, but that should happen in the future.
Dennis, thank you for your insights on this. Thank you for explaining this stuff. I appreciate you and yours being at the show here. I really look forward to the next time we have a show and have you up here. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Hey, cheers.